think it's just a gimmick, and I don't think any girl in their right mind would wear it.
I don't think any decent girl would wear one. I mean, they might be all right for these Debbie types in London at these parties, but I don't think they'll catch on in Wolverhampton.
So these women, they are wrong and they are right, because everybody is in confusion and in war with each other and themselves, right? Because these women live in a society where they're allowed to have one man and one man only, right? That is the norms, and that is what Christianity say. And if it's Islam, it's the same, one man only. And in Islam, the man can have more than one woman, but that never works, because a man is not biological designed to be able to rule over more than one woman, or to satisfy more than one woman, or to rule a woman at all and satisfy a woman at all. He's not biological designed for that. He's designed to have a team of brothers to cooperate on giving their queen that they have chose to rule over them and create a family, to cooperate on making prosperity for her. So when these women say that it's disgusting, it's because there are many women standing there. They should not even be standing there, because one woman is enough. One woman is so valuable for society that one woman is enough. So they are competing. So they don't want any other women to wear tiny, what they call it?
Disgusting.
They don't want short dresses, right? They don't want short dresses. And that is okay to say it in that content. But they don't even know. That is how confused they are. They judge it to be disgusting, but it's only disgusting because that the world, everything is in this world has been turned upside down and twisted a little bit. So what we are judging is good, but in the right content. And in this content, it's not good, of course, but they don't know. They don't know. They just blame and say those women who are not, almost not wearing anything on the street, like tiny short skirts and short-cut blouses. They are hookers, or they are disgusting, and then they are not like us. They are not decent, and they don't dress modest. So that is a problem with our society. We cannot talk about anything of value, or everything we will judge, everything we will say is ridiculous in the eyes of one with awareness of how our what is our biological call. What is our biological mission? It is to visit each other's queendoms, visit each other's cities, and not interfere with each other's men. And when we visit each other's countries, we dressed modest. But when we are at home, in our home city, we can dress, show our body how we want to show our body, because all the men in the village, all the men in the town are that one woman's husbands. And that is how we biologically are supposed to live. When we don't live like that, then it creates a lot of confusion, a lot of mental sickness, a lot of confusion, and people are incapable of resolving problems because it's just chaotic. Nothing can be in harmony that way. There is obviously only one way to live, and that is how I explain it now.
any girl with any decency would never walk in straight with a man.
But they might wear one of the...
Disgusting.
Why?
Well, I don't.
So everything is relative, some people say, right? But it's not. It's actually not. Because when these people look down on each other, you know, that woman who dressed very sexy will look down at the other, say, oh, you're so old-fashioned. Oh, you think it's only about sitting at home, having children and cook a meal, you know? And why you dress like that? And the others, they point finger at the modest people, so-called good people, point finger at the whore and say, why are you dressed up like that? You think it's not about home environment, it's not about making your man happy, it's not about taking good care of your children. You think it's about fucking around and dress like that in the street, so all people look at you, both strangers, both men and women look at you, and you just show all your body. So they are both wrong. Both of them are doing wrong. They're not living in a natural way. But if their argument was in tune to an inner knowing, then it will not appear so ridiculous what they are saying to a Kundalini awareness. But what they are saying is that has some truth to it. But if they want to dress modest, then it should be visiting another village where your daughter is. When you visit your daughter's village, you don't want to appear sexy, and the daughter don't want to appear sexy, and that is natural. But when you walk around like that, and there are other queens on the streets, and a lot of men, unruly men who want to fuck whatever, can have two legs to walk on, then it's a problem. Then you need to dress modest. But it can quickly become ridiculous because you are not free. You think you are a better person that way, and you are not free at all, and you are not enlightened if you point fingers at other people. And everybody are pointing fingers at each other in order to feel good about themselves. And that is because we are not living in a way that is common sense. A woman has a much bigger sexuality than a man, and everything can be resolved by living that way. A man should cooperate on making one woman happy, and they should live in a city with their woman isolated from other societies of women ruling their countries. It will really resolve everything from politics to medical industry, everything, because you don't want to poison your children. So the queen will have all the responsibility to govern her husbands, and her husbands will be like her own children. That is how a woman is feeling. If she's not sick in her head and sick inside her feelings, if she's not a narcissist, then she will love her men husbands, loyal husbands. She will love her loyal husbands as much as her children. And that is equality. That is the only equality that I see is possible to make in this world between people. Men are equal, receive the equal love, but not in a sexy way, of course. The children, in a sexy way, of course, but the children are not receiving the love in a sexy way. So there's still that separation of things. Equality is between men. Equality is between men, and equality is not among children, actually, because the baby boys are raised in one way and the baby girls are raised in another way. The baby girls and the grown up the female children are raised to become queens, and the male children, the male babies and the male children are raised to go to another place, to another queen, one of the sisters, and mate with her and make her into a queen. Because we need to make it into a family country. Only a family country where the oracle is governing these women, and without the oracle there will not be the necessary trust and respect, because men don't respect a queen if she's not governed by something. So she needs to be governed by me, my oracle, and then they will trust whatever woman that they choose, because they choose her because I have looked at her and talked with her and investigated her and found out she's a good person, she's fit to be a mother. Then I approve it, and then those men can choose her to become their queen. That is our future if we want peace and order on earth. And there will be no other future. There's no other future. It's getting very hot inside here. I've turned on the aircon. I'm getting older. I'm not sure if I can have children, and that's a pity, that's a shame. But I'm considering if I can get a new body, and if we start a project like this, I should be transferred into a new body, because I don't feel well in this body. It's too old, this body, and I discovered the truth about my oracle. And if I get reborn without anybody know where I'm reborn to which one body, it would be difficult to find me again, because many people will fight my oracle. That is what has happened during this lifetime. Everybody is against me, my oracle, and everybody is scared. Nobody want to give me a chance in life to progress, to gain prosperity. And nobody want to listen to me, nobody want to acknowledge me, nobody want to support me. And it's everybody.
No, it's really disgusting. I wouldn't wear one. Try and catch on in Wolverhampton.
Well, I think it's just a gimmick, and I don't think any girl in their right mind would wear it.
I don't think any decent girl would wear one. I mean, they might be all right for these Debbie types.
And those women who are dressing sexual, walking down the street, it's a very contradictory, because they are actually signaling that they want to take the other queens' husbands away from them. They are open to whomever who find them delicious. And that's also why there's a lot of raping going on, because deep down men just don't understand this, because deep down men actually know these truths, and that is why they become evil, because they don't understand why women don't recognize their oracle, why women don't organize, why women don't have a superior government that is ruling them. And then they tend to use dark sarcasm, they tend to use humor and dark sarcasm, and the dark sarcasm can become so evil that they beat, or they want to plan how to get rid of all women, or they start to dress up as women and start to corrupt the women's society and manipulate them into thinking they're something that they're not. Or they start new religions that people nowadays, if we start a new religion, as long as it's suppressing women, then it's okay. As long as it's about everybody should be equal, men and women should be equal, then it's all right. to be spiritual nowadays. But and that is because it has to fit into the narrative of total chaos, the total chaos. And there's total chaos in politics, there's total chaos in everything, because dictatorship is considered bad, right? And those who think that dictatorship is good don't know what real dictatorship is about. Dictatorship is me, my oracle, guiding the females to live this kind of way. And dictatorship is the woman guiding the men and telling and making all decisions in her small village or her town with her men. Go fishing, her man go fishing, her man go gardening, a perma-ecological garden, not farming and destroying Mother Earth. And they don't want to destroy Mother Earth if we organize wisely this way. But as long as we are not organized wisely, they will always laugh at us and try to push our boundaries. Of course, why shouldn't they? How can they respect women when women don't know who they are, when women don't respect themselves, when women say no to their own oracle? It's the women who have allowed Apollo to steal the dragon of the original oracle. It was Apollo, it was a man, it was a king, right? Who did that. But it was the women who supported him in doing that. It's the women who are the betrayers of this world. They betray my oracle, and they have to cooperate on organizing around my oracle in order to make order and peace again. We have to educate the men, and it will not be easy because everything in this world has been turned upside down. What is socialism? And what is capitalism? And what is... There is no capitalism other than there should be some rules about how... I'm getting more and more hot. I think I have fever. I have Staphylococcus and E. coli, but it's getting better and better. I fight it with coconut water and lemon. But as soon as I don't drink it, I get a fever. So now today I have a fever. I think I need to stop the video. I'm talking about, in one of the other videos, about communism and socialism and dictatorship and many other things, and how to recognize how they are actually parts of a tea and coffee dream cream regime, a matriarchy, where I'm the oracle and where the queen live with many men. You have totally misunderstood what all these things is about in politics. You have misunderstood it. Teamwork among the men. Teamwork among the men is what? It can be recognized as humanism, because you are all brothers of each other. And the queen, I think I was explaining it very well in one of the last videos. I want to watch those videos again, and then I want to make a new video, and then I want to explain it in that new video again, and then next time I find another video suitable for talking about it, then I will say the same things again, because it was very much a kundalini aha when I was sitting and talking about these things, and then I started to explain everything, but I didn't feel hot like I'm doing right now. So I have to stop the video because I'm too tired in my brain. I've had a long day today. I have 2 people to help me in the home, but I need to teach them how to say, I need to train them, because one of them is new and the other one was never trained properly. So she don't have any respect. So I need to teach her discipline. And tomorrow I will only post old videos that I have done the past few days, because I don't have time to post, but it would be new videos for you. But I made them when there was no electricity, no internet and no electricity for 1 day, 2 days. It was raining like hell here in tropical Tanzania, Africa. So I couldn't have access to internet. But I was recording anyhow, recording some free internet that was introduced for me, but I couldn't post them, and so I will the next couple of days post them. But I need to focus on those 2 women who are in my home. I need to write down everything for them and laminate it and put it on the wall somewhere or on the refrigerator, so they know exactly what to do. Because, and it is also fits with what I'm sitting and telling you about this, about men, women, and Oracle, tea and coffee, dream, cream, regime. Because women were not designed to teamwork. So these women, they try to belittle me because I'm the strong one, I'm the clever one, and I'm the most loving one, and the most healthy one, healthy mind, healthy heart. And they have all kinds of narcissistic problems, okay? So, and everybody in society have more or less. So they try this game with me. They want to see how I react. So they are bloody rude towards me most of the time. So they want to make a hierarchy with me in the bottom, okay? Like they always do. And that is how women treat each other in general. We are not good towards each other, and even if we are best friends of this world, there is always the best one is being belittled by the other. I've noticed many times in my lifetime. I'm 40 years old. I am Kundalini awareness. I've been living this life with eyes open, ears open, and never fail to analyze my surroundings. So I know. When you are 2 women together, there is always one of them who have to be the first one to telephone call and the first one to suggest, should we do this and this together, or the first one to come knock on your door. And it's every time that very warm-hearted, good person have to do that, because that one was not respected by the other one, and the other one only want to be friend with her if she can rule over her kind heart. Una eleva. Do you understand? And that is female nature. And females were never, ever supposed to be together in a society as grown-ups. No. Children and mother, yes, but not as a grown-up young girl who are ready to rule her city, ready to rule her town. So that is reality, guys and Dianas. And one day, what I'm saying will go down in history. Maybe another one would take the honor and lie to you about being the oracle and take the honor of all these things, that she has figured all these things out herself. I don't know. That is what you have done to me for all my lifetime. And I'm tired of it. You should know I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. I think it's not fair. And nobody in this world can call themselves an oracle. An oracle it cannot not be an oracle without going through this apocalypse exactly with the same experience and the same history and the same stories that I have been going through throughout this beautiful but very hard and very painful life. I'm still a good person. You cannot turn an oracle into a bad person, and that is why I'm convinced I'm the oracle of this life. I never chose to become evil. I never chose to not. I never suddenly did not I never suddenly surrendered to something evil, and I always kept my focus. I never forgot that that is important, to be kind, to be loving, but also to figure out the truth. Okay, and I never ignored the truth within my heart, but I had a hard time figuring out why other people apparently were acting so mysterious. And it took me a long time, because I always was suppressed like this, so it took me a long time to be able also to put in words for you all to understand everything. And still, it's not everything about my article that I'm able to explain into words. But the things I am doing nowadays and was doing for 10 years ago is enough, I think, for you to already recognize me and as an oracle and start to cooperate with me. That you're not cooperating with me is a pity. It's really, really a pity. I'm trying to see if I can explain it in this video again, but I just feel so very, 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 very hot, so I can barely concentrate on it. And it was so beautiful said in the other videos, so I think you should just try to watch some of the videos next to this video, because it was one of the videos. I think this is number 40 video, or 41. I think it was in number 49 or 48 or 47. In one of those videos I start suddenly my articles start to compare men and women living in that kind of society with one woman, many men, and try to explain many political aspects of life that has been misunderstood, and then explain how does it look in a healthy world with healthy-minded people who act according to their biological bodies. Men are young souls, and that's why they have to be reincarnated many times before they and there's no easy peasy way, and you cannot before they become women they have to be reincarnated many hundreds thousands of times. There's no easy peasy way. There is no easy peasy way to become a woman, and it's not a goal within itself, because it's a big honor and to understand how much a woman is worth and the children is worth, and be there to defend them and protect them and be there to bring them prosperity. And it's also a big calmness and an easy way of living, only working 4 hours a day, because you have so many men to help you bring prosperity to your queen and make the life good. And instead of going to war, it's about being the most loving husband, because the most loving husband is that one who succeed in getting the queen pregnant, right? So there will be a subconscious desire to treat the queen as best as possible, and that will be the only competition you will see in such a society, because the queen is not in competition if she's not narcissist with her neighbor, and if the laws of the country is not is being, how to say, if the men follow the law about that they should not betray their queen, and they should not cross the border to the next village. So it's a kind of concentration camp, but in a happy, beautiful way, And they are not slaves. They are not slaves to their queen. They are in love with their queen. That is why they chose to teamwork for her prosperity and the children's prosperity and their own prosperity themselves. When they teamwork, they can get a lot of things done. They can build a big castle for everybody to live there, right? And the queen, she can treat all her men equal with equal love, but a king cannot have so many women as lovers and treat them equally. It's not possible for a man, because it's just not what he's designed to do, and he's in another kind of journey towards a greater and greater sexuality. You gain more and more sexuality as a soul, the more times you have been reborn into this what we call life. So you gather more and more sexuality, and sexuality is equal intelligence, and is equal government and power, and is equal to become enlightened. So the more sexuality you have, the more enlightened you are as a human person. But it's a big honor to be a student too. To be born to this life is an honor within itself. So if you have been born to this life, it's a miracle, right? We can all agree on that. It's a miracle. And so when we have tantra sex, we can also make it a greater miracle, because we can program with prayer work, and we can program that child's destiny, that child's health and prosperity in life. We can program its whole life while we pray, and that is why it's a good way of living. And also the men don't have to compete with their brothers, because there's only one queen and one religion, and they are not stressed out with too many duties. You should not give a young soul too many duties. They're going to school. Now it's starting to be more cold inside the room. I've turned the air condition on, so I'm just talking about all these matters, because I don't know if people have patience or enough interest to try to find another video. So I want everything to be said as much about it. If I mention this tea and coffee dream cream society model, then I need to tell the most important things about it every time in every video that I mention it. Or people would just think, have prejudice and think, oh, maybe it's not a good way of living and this and that. So as much as I can explain in this video before they jump out to a next manipulating video made by somebody else who don't know the truth, then I will say as much as possible about it now. And I think I must end it. I need to take a cold shower. I live in Africa, and I'm sure that this society model will cure all the problems we have in Africa. But let me talk about that in one of my other videos. I need to take a cold shower. I'm from Denmark, from Europe, and I live in exile here in Africa, Tanzania. My life has not been easy peasy, and I have also been shy to dress very sexy. When I was a teenager, I was very shy about it, but I never ever judged the women that was walking around with sexy clothes. You know, I didn't judge anybody for their viewpoints, and I still don't do that. I see every people in this world as my children. Now I will go take a shower and cool down my body and stop the video. I love everybody in this world, but I don't think that thoughts. Nobody can manipulate me to be confused and not choose to love other people and think there is not a more to it as how it appear like, and that is what make me different from other people. I think that is exactly what makes me into an oracle. Have a good tea and coffee day out there. Have a good tea and coffee night. Now I need to cool down my body with cold, ice cold water from the pond.